I recently buzzed my hair like 2 or 3 months ago at this point, and my hair is sort of growing back. I really didn't realize that this was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And a lot of people say this after buzzing their hair. Buzzing their hair is probably one of the best decisions that we can ever make. And I'm not telling you, bro, you need to buzz your hair. I'm not telling you anything. But I'm saying me buzzing my hair was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Why? Because it humbled me. But not just that. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the lesson that helped me get extremely locked in, extremely obsessed with my goals, and just extremely into my self development. I think a lot of us right now, bro, especially maybe you might be just on self development. You may be trying things out. You might be going on a routine or whatever the frick you're trying to do. But the issue is you're not fully involved. You see people online, David Goggins. Let's just use our childhood heroes, freaking Ronaldo, Messi. These people that are freaking grinding. Especially Ronaldo. This guy wakes up. He's known for discipline. If you have to name one person that was related to the word discipline, David Goggins and Ronaldo. And these people are just going at it every single day. And you wish, like, bro, I wish I could be like one of those people. Maybe not to their extent of running freaking half like ultra marathons. Maybe you don't want to run across the USA, but what you want to do is you want to push yourself and you want to finally see yourself feeling alive, right? Let me tell you this thing, right, that helped me. This one mindset that freaking changed everything. This one mindset that helped me get obsessed with my goals is the more I humble myself now, the more I put myself not down. I'm not trying to say I'm a freaking weirdo. I'm not a loser, but the more I humble myself now, the less I act like I'm something. The more you just try to act like you're someone without even achieving anything. There's so many people that act like they're something without achieving anything. They'll lease their cars, they'll rent their cars, they're like, yeah, look at me, look at me. Half of it is parents' money. You know what? I used to be one of those people. I used to buy these, Jordan 1s, and I bought these Jordan 1s in like grade 10, and I used to act like some like rich kid, in school, going out. I had no freaking money, and my parents were probably struggling to freaking maintain my expenses, and I was a very spoiled and privileged kid, and I'm grateful to God for that. But that came with some drawbacks as well. When I humbled myself, when I freaking buzzed my hair, I'm in the middle of a bulk right now, right? So I've gained 4 or 5 kg. I've gained weight. I've also gained muscle, but I don't look my best. I don't feel my best. I cannot dress the way I want to because my hair, and I feel insecure sometimes. But yet, it's one of the best decisions I've made in my freaking life. So this title of this video says my globe is going to be crazy, and I'm going to show you exactly why I'm so obsessed with my goals. The reason why you're not obsessed with your business, the reason why you're not obsessed with the gym, the reason why you feel like your life is still not moving as fast and as nice and as smooth, and you're not actually progressing. The reason why it feels like that is because you aren't obsessed with the goals. You aren't obsessed with your future development. When you think about all the habits that I'm doing these habits, I'm making this video, I'm going to the gym, I'm running outside. These habits will eventually, if you continuously do them day in, day out, every single day, they all accumulate, they all add up, they all compound into a freaking machine. This is how David Goggins is David Goggins, because of all those running that he did, all the runnings he did, all those freaking kilometers, miles he ran, which created the name, the persona, the person, the mindset, David Goggins. If you want to have an unbreakable mind, you have to create that by taking one step forward, 1% better every single day, and it will achieve and it will create this compounded effect. Not sure if you read Atomic Habits, but this is exactly the 1% rule, where you increase yourself 1% every single day, and everyone's like, oh, it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work. Yeah, because you aren't obsessed with the type of person you're gonna be. When I'm obsessed, when I walk into the freaking room and I'm jacked in at the biggest guy in the room, or the most aesthetic in the room, the best looking in the room. Maybe I'm not that, like, for example, I'm short. Okay, I'm freaking brown. I'm like, you can see my skin color. I know there's still tall brown guys, but okay, I'm grateful to God. Whatever. I'm short. That doesn't change anything. I still want to be the best guy in that room. When I think about that me unbreakable mindset, when it comes to a life and death situation, when it comes to any situation, I know I'm freaking capable. I know I'm strong. I know I'm big. I demand respect, and I'm truly like obsessed, bro. I'm obsessed with becoming this person in the future. I'm obsessed with proving people wrong. The people that thought I wasn't gonna do anything. I'm obsessed with proving mediocrity wrong. You know what mediocrity is? The mediocrity is the mindsets that me and your parents or your family members or your loved ones or your friends are preaching down our throats. Oh, relax. Your life doesn't have to be that disciplined. Oh, eat McDonald's, eat this. Oh, go to university and get a job. Or, focus on grades, focus on studying. And yeah, it's freaking average mediocrity. Like I don't think you want to be freaking making minimum wage or a little bit above minimum wage and you're well off. I don't think you want to be well off. You want to be freaking wealthy. I don't think you just want to enjoy life. No, that's not enjoyment. Staying average is not enjoyment because staying stagnant equals death. When you're stagnant, you're dying. There's no such thing as stagnation, actually. You don't stay the same. The mediocre people that you see, the people that chose to live average lives, you have to realize these people think that their life is staying the same, but they're actually dying inside. Their life is decreasing and decaying as time goes on. Isn't that freaking scary? Isn't that scary that these people's lives are literally decaying because they're not growing, they're not improving. They've been doing the same job for how many years? They're only getting older. Their body's only getting fatter, but they think it's normal. They think, oh no, I'm just enjoying life. You're not freaking enjoying anything. You know when you enjoy life? You enjoy life when you're your best self. When you enjoy life when you're on a purpose, when you're disciplined, and you're doing this to help and benefit society. That's what brings meaning and purpose in life. You think these average people are genuinely happy? You think when they see people online on Instagram, they see this guy driving his Lamborghini, they see this guy living his life. I have uncles, and my uncles are telling me, for example, I'll give you a story. I was driving, and beside us, we saw a nice BMW. It was like, I don't know, the 1 Series, like convertible. It was like the older one. Like, bro, that car goes freaking nuts. That car is so sick, bro. The 2010 version BMW 1 Series with the convertible. Nice car, right? It's not that expensive, but nice car. And then the guy beside me, it was driving a like nice convertible, and my uncle just looked at him. He's like, man, they must be living good lives. So my uncle genuinely, even though like he chose to stay average. He doesn't really go to the gym. He doesn't really do anything. But he's like, these guys maybe might should be living good. Like he was really looking at them and reminiscing, like, wow, these guys are living nice lives. I'm like, but you chose to live the way you like. You chose the way you want to live. So my idea is like the people that are average, they don't want to be average. They just chose to stay average. They genuinely don't want to improve. Like they want to improve. They want to live better. They want to have a better physique. They want, despite what they say, they want to have more money, but they can't, or they won't. Really, they can, but they won't. So my one of my goals is to destroy mediocrity. Right? I genuinely want to destroy this mindset within the regular humanity as much as I can. I want to indent this goal, this mission of mine, to remove mediocrity as much as I can, to raise a new family, a new tribe of excellence. And I'm not saying that the entire world is going to start living excellently. I don't think that's going to happen. It might, but at least for my surroundings and for your surroundings, and that's my goal. That's my mission. To fix the marriage issues that we're seeing, to fix the freaking feminism stuff that we're seeing. All of this like this crap. I want to fix it with the permission of God. And that's one of my goals, and that's what I'm really passionate about. So when I think about stuff like this, when I think about futures like this, when I think about the person, the man I'm gonna be with, the money I'm gonna drive, the money I'm gonna have, the cars I'm gonna drive. Like literally yesterday, I came home from a marriage. I went to a marriage like gathering. It was nice, bro. And when I was sitting there, I knew that I wasn't my best self. So my hair right now looks weird. It's okay. It's really like cause I buzzed it, right? And I was telling my mom like, oh, maybe I should have just gotten like a haircut. My mom's like, yeah, you probably should have gotten a haircut. But then I just told her, no, it's okay though, because right now is not my time to shine. Right now is not my time to show myself to public and be like, yeah, look at me. I'm Rayon. That's in 1 to 2 years. That's in 1 to 3 years. That's in 4 or 5 years. That's when the real me is gonna come out. That's when the public me is gonna come out. That's when the me who is ready to present himself to the world is gonna come out. And I'm talking about like the public successes, like the money, the cars, whatever. With the permission of God. With the will of God. But right now is not my time. It's not my time to shine. It's not my time. So I genuinely, when I came home, I was like, maybe I'll just chill. Maybe I'll just, because we are coming home a little bit later. So I was like, maybe I'll just chill or do something. But then I'm like, no. I want to pull up to that wedding one day or another wedding similar to it, or my own wedding. And I want to make sure that I got my finances on check. I want to make sure that I got my body on check. I want to make sure that I got my mindset on check. I want to make sure that I'm my best, most disciplined, my most mature self and keep that on check. Comeback season, bro. See, I'm flowing through this video. I'm speaking from my heart. Why? Because I'm so passionate about this stuff. I'm really passionate about the man that we end up becoming. That we will be end up becoming with the permission of God. Like genuinely, like this is what makes you so obsessed with your purpose. This is what makes you run and go to the gym and push your body and sweat and it's gonna hurt, but you have a purpose. Maybe people won't care. Maybe people won't notice your wins when you do end up achieving them. And that's why you should ultimately do stuff for you and God. You should ultimately do stuff to please God, to show God the man he created, and you should also do stuff just for your own validation. You are your biggest friend. You should not be your biggest enemy. You are the only real person that you have, except your mother and maybe your father, but you are the only person that you really have. You cannot rely fully on anyone else. Not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your future wife, not your future girlfriend, not your children, not your friends. Sure, you'll have the best support system. Sure, you'll have amazing friends. Sure, but you cannot fully rely on anyone 100% except yourself. So you need to show yourself the man you became. You need to be proud, not proud in terms of pride, not the sense of like I'm better than people now. No, but you need to be happy with yourself. Like, good job, bro. Like you have one life, and you've done good, or you've done decent, but there's always more work to do. Your own validation, like chasing your own validation, is so much more powerful on the inside, and it will last so much longer than chasing other people's validations. Let them see your growth. It doesn't affect you. You are you, and you are your best self. If you continuously seek other people's validation, that was my biggest issue. Before I got on self improvement, all I used to do is post stuff on my Instagram story, act funny, try to make people laugh, and I would be just wasting my life trying to please other people just to be seen by other people, and it was a freaking waste of time. Cause none of those people freaking care about me. It was my birthday 4 days ago. None of them said happy birthday to me. None of them DM me on Instagram. They forgot about it. None of them really cared about me in the first place. Sure, maybe I haven't been on Instagram for like freaking months, so no one even sees my no one people probably forgot about me anyway. I haven't been on Instagram since like 3 4 months. I haven't posted a single story since for months. Seek your own validation, but you like as my glow up is gonna be freaking crazy, and I spoke about my glow up, the way I'm gonna be speaking, how charismatic I'm gonna be. You need to obsess over your glow up and who you're gonna become. And that's not enough just to obsess, because conviction comes from action. A belief is, for example, I'm gonna be this, but conviction, you knowing is gonna be this. Of course, you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Only God knows. But you having this conviction, this belief that you're gonna, not bigger than a belief, like it's more than a belief, this conviction that you're gonna achieve what you're gonna achieve in the future, is when you take action. It's when you're continuously reading books, when you're continuously pushing yourself, when you're having a routine, when you're cutting down the bad habits and you're sacrificing them, and you're all you focus on is your good habits and your growth and staying consistent. You're gonna feel conviction. That's when you've entered the new era, and I call it the comeback season. All right. So follow me on my Instagram if you want to follow my journey. And if you want to speak to me directly, I reply to every single DM. I really want to create this brotherhood, this connection with everyone that's watching. And just remember this one phrase: comeback season. All right. I love you, and I'll see you very soon, bro.